I signed up and became a cruise ship photographer, which was a bit daunting because my photography skills was okay, but
At what age was this?
this was probably I went on there when I was sort of like 19,
Oh wow, okay.
probably 19, just going over. Yeah, I was nearly 20. Yeah, nearly 20. 'Cause I can remember um, going on the ship, and for the first few days there wasn't any passengers on there. And the one thing, so being a cruise ship photographer is a bit like being in the army and
Okay,
being on Big Brother, at the same time,
okay.
because there is rules what you have to follow. Dinners at so and so, this and that. And the other thing is though, you are in this ship all together for like 7 months. And it wasn't one of these massive ships. It was sort of like 600 passengers, so quite small, really, compared to modern day ships. And you was with everybody, and it was a bit Groundhog Day, three
Was
and
it?
4 day cruising, so different sets of passengers coming in there, and then you just get to know the croupiers there, the dancers, the lighting technicians, and it was on my 20th birthday. I got this picture of me sitting in this cabin, uh, surrounded by dancers. Uh, there's me thinking, wow, wow, this is what I've been missing for the last
Yeah.
20 years. Yeah, so that was very good. But yeah, the learning curve on there was quite high because well, photography is pretty simple. It's just 125 f8 Mets flash, boom. It's very much repetitious type photography,
Right.
cruise ship photography. You set yourself in one spot, people walk past, you try and get a picture of them, and the next one goes, whatever.
So
Either
was this like was this portrait stuff, or was this as they were
this
having
was
dinner with the captain and in their tuxes kind of
well
stuff?
in 3 days. Obviously, first one, welcome aboard.
Yep.
Second shot, lifeboat drill. Third shot, captain's cocktail. Fourth shot, portraits. Fifth shot, short excursions. Seventh shot, table shots. Eight shots could have been like the show, talent show.
Right.
So you got about 9 photos. If I came to you, I see you probably love having a picture taken. Once would be fine, twice okay, but
Yep.
9 times in 3 days. By the end of that, you're getting a bit pissed off. You're thinking,
Yeah.
oh, no, come on, put it back. The thing is, you took so many pictures because you had to sell 2 pictures of everybody before you broke even, and then once you've sold 2 pictures of everybody, the third picture is actually what you got paid because it
So
wasn't a commission basis. It worked out around about a dollar passenger a head per day, 600 passengers, 3 day cruising, $1,800 you had to make to pay off all your bills, which is so obviously being on the ship, the cut to the ship, the cut to the company back in
oh, so
England.
you weren't you weren't being paid
So you
by the
got
cruise company. You were on
no,
there and you had to earn a living.
you had to earn a living.
Oh,
So
blimey.
so
Okay.
yeah. So that's why you had to make sure you sold all these pictures. And if you don't take the picture, obviously there's nothing to sell. And then if you don't take a picture and people are looking happy in it, they're not going to buy. They're not going to buy a picture of them looking,
So were you
grumpy as fuck.
developing them all as well? Because I guess I mean there'll be people listening to this who've got no idea of the process of how it was in the late 80s. Did you say?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's not like
It
now where you
was
just airdrop it to your computer and
well. The ship was a converted merchant navy ship built in 1950, and it had been sort of like converted into this passenger ship. So the processing deck was this small little hole down the base near the kitchen that got to sort of like 50 degrees in there. I just had shorts and a string vest. It was a Durst mini printer, very manual, a Jobo dip and dunk system. So you just ran the paper. Everything was manual, all
right,
manual, and then the pictures came off like this big string of photos, and then you had to literally cut them all up, each one of them up, take them upstairs, put them up in the display cabinet. The display cabinet we had, the one they didn't have doors on, so we had to bloody well put the pictures up every time, take them down. And it's fine if you're just doing 50 pictures. When you got like 500 pictures, you got to put them up there
you must have been
over your
doing some
shoulder.
serious hours in this.
It was. I think the captain was the only one. Well, he probably didn't. Was the only one busier than me. I mean, saying that though, the photographer usually did earn the most money You know,
Okay.
the one who didn't earn the most money was the DJ. She was called Kathy Wright, mad girl. And to earn a bit more money, she used to dress up as a teddy bear for us to go around doing some shots in the evening with sort of like some props. And then she would just go and jump on their laps and do all that. So, yeah. And then we used to hire the dancers as well for Greek night. Used to get two dancers either side of the door. As people go in, just grab them, quick a picture. Any excuse to take a picture, we were there to do it, take the picture. So that's really good.
Sounds like a pretty great way to get to get started to learn your trade almost.
It was a rite of passage. It
Yeah.
was. It was. And the trouble is also, there was two photographers. So literally, you didn't make your money until the last process of the day or the last sale of the day when the people are coming off. So they land or they dock and they're coming off at sort of like 9:30, 10 o'clock. That is usually the time you make your money because the night before was the table shots.
Yeah.
So obviously they met all the friends, so they actually come up for those pictures. And then you've probably got about an hour, 2 hours before 3 o'clock, the new passengers come on. And then when the new passengers come on, depending the mix of passengers was depending on what language the announcement was going to be in first off. So if
Right.
it started off in English, it was okay. But when they start off in Greek or something like that, oh God, no. Because I mean, even back then it was sort of like £5 a picture, and it was quite expensive.
Was it?
Yeah.
Blimey.
If it started though in Japanese, they would literally buy pictures, and there was in the background of somebody else's picture. So you had the person there, and they're in the back, and they'd just buy that. They just, I loved them. That didn't happen that often. So it was a very the photography, was one thing which wasn't too technical really.
Right.
What I did learn then was how to actually chat to people quickly, because
Yeah.
if you're going to walk up to someone, if they don't like you within 3 or 4 seconds, you know. So yes, that's why develop the smiley face and get in there.